First 4 shows in 1 week. 4 sets, not shows.
I like that you distinguish the difference.
Well, they're different.
Dante's comedy career. It's in the game. Damn.
That was worse. You should have just left out the first one. It's like a black-owned bookstore, and then I do the I don't believe in slavery joke in the room.
I think we're trying to bring to the table the ones that are most inarguable. This is super arguable. Arnez J, my brother, how can you say such a thing when we know women to be as equally, if not more valuable than men to society? Freaking, my podcast numbers go up. How big a factor is a comedian's physical appearance to their success? But you do go up there nerdy most of the time, like you're just basic nerd attire.
What?
What do you mean?
How's that?
You can't argue that.
What is nerd attire?
Like you just
I thought I dressed like a lesbian.
Nerd. It's time.
Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5. Welcome to the show where we talk about life, talk about the come up, and sometimes we fight. But in the end, it ain't a thing, cause we ain't trying to be right. We're just old new niggas with another podcast. It's season 5, episode 41. Go grab your shorty, bitch. Go and grab on her honey bun and make her sit on your lap and do the thing that you like. And by the end of the night, you know what's going on, right? Hey, welcome to Black Zeus, the podcast, you freaky asses.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5.
New West Side gun drops. I obviously knew about this. I'm a West Side fan. No, Dante told me about it. I'll be honest about that. But you know, happy Griselda.
Yeah, we rich up in this. I've been rich since I was 6. My daddy's super rich and you just a broke ass bitch. It's Griselda.
Yo, if you do not listen to West Side Gun or know Griselda music at all, I apologize. Welcome to Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5, episode 41. Good energy in the studio this week. I got my rangs on, my rangs and things. I hope you had a good week. I hope your next week is even better than the last. Let's take a moment right now to salute all the new, beautiful people that have subscribed to the channel. Thank you so much for the continued support. We hope you guys are enjoying what's taking place on Black Zeus, the channel, a channel run by comedians for real comedy fans. That's you and you, the beautiful people of this channel, and the Patreon. Right now is the time, ladies and gentlemen. As of this podcast episode release, you have now seen, or maybe you haven't, but you can, episode 1 of Black Zeus, the show. We launched it. We launched the first episode fully on the Patreon, and we have launched part 1 of episode 1 on the YouTube channel. If you are a fan of comedy, then like I said, this is the place for you to lock in to. We have been documenting our come up. I'm 14 years this March in the comedy game. Dante is in his first, he's in his infancy. You know, he's 3 years in the game, but we'll let him explain later this episode. He's got some milestones we got to big ups the boy. But this is the place where we're going to be documenting all that. And once again, this is the whole point of this channel, this podcast, this show, is to give you guys an honest, authentic, in-depth look at what it is to be a stand-up comedian on the come-up this day and age. None of us have fame or clout at this point, but we do have you, the beautiful people. So we really do appreciate your support. If you want to help us get to new places, so far we've been to Texas. We've documented that. You will obviously see the rollout through the show. But we're plotting our next moves right now. And if you would like us or like to help us get to some of these new places, or even have suggestions and maybe some funds to get us to others, you know, you want to see what comedy looks like in other parts of the world, so do we, bitch! And that's what we're going to do. So yeah, aka Black Zeus, Patreon, and right here on YouTube. With that out of the way, let me promote a couple shows. I have some really fun stuff in the works right now. I have some unannounced comedy live shows that I will announce when I'm ready to. Don't know why I said it out loud, but again, being honest with you guys, I'm working on stuff. But as of right now, November 22nd, I will be in Tillsonburg, Ontario. I don't think I've ever been to Tillsonburg, Ontario, but I'm heading there with different nights, so I know it's going to be a good ass time. Every time I do a different night show, it's fire. So if you're in the Tillsonburg area, check out Different Nights, DFRNTNIGHTS on Instagram, and on the. Well, I guess if I'm going to give exact dates, I might as well pull up the phone right now. On the 22nd, we're in Tillsonburg. On the 24th, Black Zeus at Nubian show. Bitch, I am back at my favorite show in the country. The only thing that Canada has that is even remotely close to Def Comedy Jam. Kenny Robinson's Nubian Disciples of Richard Pryor takes place on the 24th at Yuck Yucks, downtown Toronto. Catch your boy and a fire lineup. Nubian show. Salutes Kenny Robinson, the OG. And on the 30th, I will be doing a surprise. Well, I guess I talked about it last week, so it's not a surprise to you. But we're just doing the rollouts for announcements right now. I'm doing a recording at the Corner Comedy Club. Intimate, my favorite little intimate comedy club in Toronto. Yeah, it's like my second home. I'm very excited for that. I'll be taking some of my greatest hits from back in the day and torching them for the last time. Not using that shit anymore. All right, I've swore way too much. YouTube hates me, and I will have to censor all of it. Nigga, I gotta be who I gotta be. Timestamp that for me. No, let's get into what this show is all about. I've exposed my do-rag. Ha, 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 Damien. A nigga's never supposed to be seen in just a do-rag. Got my Black Emperor Palpatine on right now. Yeah, let's bring in the best producer in the game. My brother in all of this comedy stuff that I've been doing. The reason that we're progressing to the point that we are, I'm very excited for what he's got going on in his comedy life, and he's going to tell us about it this week, right now, as soon as I say. Dante's in the studio! Boop, 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 boop. No, never again, bro.
It's West Side Gun. It's a holiday.
You don't need to be that accurate.
Sorry.
Oh, yeah. You ever watch the movie Dumb and Dumber?
A long time ago.
Okay, at least you've seen it. I was prepared for it. I had already braced myself for you to say no. I was going to be calm this time instead of... no, that's a lie. Do you remember that scene? You want to hear the most annoying... Thank God this guy gets a reference. Oh, my God. Shed a tear, ladies and gentlemen. Dante got a movie reference that I said... which confirms that Dante's getting old, ladies and gentlemen. Dun, dun, dun. All these times he's been calling me old. Turns out he's 85.
That just makes you 150.
Shut up, bro. Man, shut your mouth. How you living?
Blessed and highly favored.
What you been up to?
Lots of comedy.
Hey! Stop that. Bruh, we're both West Side fans here, but you're ruining it for you're ruining it.
Look at my lips.
Don't.
You're ruining it.
This is the worst episode ever. Why is it such a big comedy week for you?
Well, first 4-show week, I believe. First 4 shows in 1 week. 4 sets, not shows. Sets.
I like that you distinguish the difference.
Well, they're different.
They are different, but some people will be like, I'm killing it.
4-set week. And then I also crossed 50 sets on Thursday.
Congrats, bro. How do you feel?
Yeah.
Do you feel any more in the game?
At this point, I might as well keep going. You know what I mean?
You got your little Corey Holcomb right there.
Let's go now.
Yeah, you're in it now, bro. You're in it, fam.
I'm in it.
EA Sports. It's in the game. Is that decent?
That's pretty close.
It could be better, I feel. Wait, give me a second. Dante's comedy career. It's in the game. Damn.
That was the worst. You should have just left out the first one.
You got one?
No.
You almost did. Give me one try, bro.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
That
was a little bit.
Yo, we turned into a nigga at the end there. That was perfect.
If I do, the thing is, with my impressions, if I do them too close, they bleed in.
Because
I kind of
southern, like
no, because I just did a little bit of Corey, so there's still I gotta cleanse the palate. You know, I gotta talk regular for a bit.
What seems like a more monumental thing to you? 4 sets in 1 week or 50 sets in?
Ooh, that's a good question. I don't know, because honestly, I did feel like I was gonna get to 50 cents.
Many men
50 sets, sorry.
with them.
50 sets eventually.
Yeah.
Right? But I didn't know if I was gonna get to 4 sets. Like I did eventually think I would get there as well. But this week it just so happened to line up.
Okay. Another question. Sorry to cut you off.
Go for it.
Was the 4th set the 50th set?
It was.
So did you recognize that your 3rd set was 49? And
Yeah,
go out and find another set, or you already had plotted?
No, so I kind of plotted set 48 and set 49 because
knowing they were 48 and 49.
Well, I know which set's gonna be which already.
Okay.
Because I know when I go to backroom on Monday, that's gonna be 51. You get what I'm saying?
Okay. But like I'm saying going into the nights, you knew what number count going in, or you realized after?
No, I knew because I know if I'm okay.
I don't have I don't know my number count like that.
Well, exactly. But if I know, okay, I'm at 45 and I'm gonna hit 3 sets this week, the 3rd set's gonna be 48. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So I kind of know, and then I have it all dated and like each set is a little bit different.
Yeah.
And it has like, okay, this is the 48th set, 49th set list.
Okay.
But I made sure because I risked it for the biscuit this week. On Wednesday,
yeah,
I did a 2-set night.
Okay.
2 different towns.
2 different towns.
Yes.
In one night.
In one night.
After the last time you tried 2 sets in a night,
Just
down the street, you missed both. So what were the times of the 2 sets?
The first one, 8:30.
And the second one?
Be there before 10 p.m.
And where were they?
Burlington and then Mississauga.
Oh, you came out to Burley.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I went out to the Block Co.
Yeah.
And then
how was that?
It was good. They didn't really have. They had audience after I went up. Yeah, but it is what it is. Some people showed up afterwards.
When you need to go up early, that's what you.
I literally put my name up first.
And it's a mix, right? Like sometimes you go up early and you're the only one with the audience, and then they leave by 3 sets in or whatever.
Yep.
Yeah.
So then did that, and then I messaged Jam Easy beforehand. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna try and hit 2 sets tonight. I'm gonna go up early at the first set. Like, what time do I gotta be there by the second set? He's just get there by 10 p.m. I said, blessed. I only finished the set by like 8:45.
And Burlington to Comedy Bar?
No, Burlington to
to Mississauga.
Yeah, to
Canvas Art Bar. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nothing.
That's like 20 minutes.
That's nothing.
I know.
If you like, you didn't have to drive into Toronto downtown or anything.
No.
Would you have done that?
I don't think so.
Fair enough.
Like,
I guess you'll get the confidence.
No, it's not that the confidence, but it's far and like
I know, but I don't mean confidence as in like you don't have the confidence to actually physically do it. I mean, like when you're in it enough, and you can kind of throw your weight around.
You know what's so funny? At one of the weeks, it was either this week or last week.
Yeah,
a boss pulls up to back room. He's throwing his weight around like crazy. Hey, yo. Because they have like, if you're a pro, they put you up, they announce as a pro.
Yeah.
Right? But the feedback mic, everyone gets a minute 30. This guy freaking does his minute 30, hits the feedback mic or feedback button, and then does like another minute.
He says, no.
Huh?
He says, no, I ain't doing that.
Yeah, basically. He's like,
You were
I'm not.
trying to-
I was like, what are you talking about?
I was acting it out.
Okay. But basically, he's like, I'm going to just do my own material.
Yeah.
And then he bounced.
Then he bounced. He's like, you ain't critiquing me.
Yeah.
I would have loved to have just seen that.
It's so interesting,
But
though, because I never I only seen a boss at a mic one other time.
Yeah.
But I usually see him at shows. And his energy at like the mic energy is like more playful.
He's just trying it out.
I know, but like, because when he's producing a show, he's like super serious and he's stressing about, okay, this is
Producing the show.
and all that stuff. But like when he's literally just like doing his jokes and then bounces.
Does that little freaking basketball bounce.
And I can tell you can't play basketball. You got like who dribbles like this?
Yo, we're African, bro. That's not our thing.
I know.
That's not our
I don't
thing
play
at all.
basketball either, but I know like it's between the legs, bro. Like this is not anything.
Yeah, congrats, bro.
Yeah.
50 in.
50 in.
What's your goal for the next 50? Or what's your mindset or what like any
Well, okay, so the goal
yeah.
for the first 50 was to get a solid 5 minutes,
Okay.
right? And on Monday, because I've been going to the workshop,
Yeah.
I got to like fully test out, is this like a decent 5 minutes
Okay.
in front of Kenny Robinson?
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like
Oh, nice. It was like graduation day.
kinda, yeah. Like it was a monumental week.
You
know?
get your first stripe.
Yeah. So it's so funny because a different book list is it's like a black owned bookstore and all that stuff.
Where Kenny does the workshop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I do the I don't believe in slavery joke in the room.
Hey man, tell him to get some of them books.
Huh?
Tell him to order some of those books.
I know, but it's just so
They're not
funny
going
because
to.
you have like Marcus Garvey and all these people behind me on the wall. I'm like, I don't know if I believe in slavery.
Not the way they told it.
Yeah.
Marcus is just like standing over you with his big feather hat.
Yeah, it was, but they liked the set. They gave me some good pointers.
Yeah.
They told me to move the Transformers bit to the start,
Yeah.
and then that helps explain why I'm not good at basketball, which is what I was starting with in the beginning,
The nerdy stuff.
because I'm nerdy. But I just don't play basketball. I play other sports. Like I'm an athletic guy. I just can't play basketball.
Can you name some of the other sports that you play?
Yeah. Okay. So I played soccer.
Oh, don't start with that one.
What do
You
you
know,
mean?
you all right, continue.
I put the most time into soccer from when I was a kid. What do you mean? You don't believe me?
Yo, I'm giving you dagger eyes
I
right now.
know.
I'm giving you
What the
dagger
fuck?
eyes.
Dog, I was supposed to go to Germany.
You
I was
don't
on-
start
no,
with friggin' ultimate frisbee, you goddamn nerd.
Yeah, but we're talking about sports I played growing up. I was actually
all right, fair enough.
yeah.
Yeah.
I put the most time into soccer,
Okay.
and then I also did gymnastics for a long while too. What? You don't?
I want to get the flamethrower.
I don't know what flamethrower that is.
I don't know.
Flamethrower with bullets. But yeah, so
You
like,
can see that your comedy stage time it's working.
yeah,
Your quips. If we could go back to your first episode to now on the podcast, I'm like, damn, he's getting stronger.
He's getting stronger. I know. I'm moving up in the karate class.
I used to just be able to push you around. Like,
I was a very like Aikido type guy, you know.
no, but that's good.
Yeah, but I was athletic. I just didn't play basketball. So, like I said, played soccer, gymnastics, football, volleyball, ultimate frisbee, badminton, cricket. I was on the cricket team.
Yeah, you're Caribbean, so you got to pass on that one.
I was on the golf team.
Nah,
Yeah,
I feel like at this point, Tiger Woods opened the door for all of us to be able to say that.
no, but it's just
Was Tiger like big? Yeah, he was already.
Tiger was
Yeah,
big
what-
in my household.
Yeah,
Yeah, every Sunday we would watch him play in his red
I'm
shirt.
getting older and I'm thinking more about golf. It sucks. It's weird.
Why?
I don't know. I don't know. It's becoming more interesting to me.
But why does it suck?
Because I guess it really is just you get older and it's like golf. I'm like
Golfing is fun. Have you been golfing?
I have
Like
I,
on
even
a full like course?
I've done a half.
Okay, like a 9-hole.
Yeah, and I didn't know what I was doing, bro. I
Yeah.
can't swing a club. I'm Charles Barkley right now. But I also see what Charles Barkley's doing now. He's swinging like a pro. So
Yeah.
versus that, like,
Yeah.
freaking
In the beginning, yeah.
In the beginning, Jesus. In the beginning, Jesus.
In the beginning, Jesus.
Yeah, congrats on your week.
Yeah.
I guess I'll talk a little bit about some comedy stuffs. Okay, I did do Bougie Show, and I was so confused. I did the real Negroes of comedy. I'm surprised you didn't just call it the real niggas of comedy, but it was the real Negroes of comedy. Shout outs to the white people that showed up. It was mostly women.
Mostly white women?
Yeah, and I'm like, oh, you saw a post that said the real Negroes of comedy, and you said that's the show we're going to, ladies.
Yes.
But I was like, okay, it says it's a new venue, like that she hasn't done before. And then I punched it into the GPS, and it's taking me to this other venue she's done before. And I was tweaking. I'm like looking at the poster. I'm looking at the thing. I'm like, whatever. I'm just going with what's on the poster. And then it turns out it was the upstairs. Like the people that own the basement is the venue, what it's called. But it is literally the lower level of this compound. And it turns out they own the whole compound. So she tried the show upstairs. It was the night before, or it was like a couple nights before Halloween. Bruh. There was a full-on Halloween party going on downstairs. Just the floor, just...
Yeah.
Alhamdulillah, bro. Somehow during my set, I was fine.
Oh, really?
There was somehow just a little bit towards the end of my set. But like, I felt bad for Sabrina, who headlined.
That's so funny.
Her whole set, bro. It's just the floors are shaking. But it was like a nice enough space. I guess
Yeah.
if there's not a party going on downstairs. And everybody like played through it. It wasn't like it damaged the show, but it was something you had to tune out.
Yep. Yep.
But yeah, I had a great set. And it was, like, I forget, like, before I went up, something's been happening in these last few shows where, you know how I've been describing over the past few weeks on the podcast, like how I've gotten to this place in comedy where I don't necessarily need to go up with a set list.
Yep.
I just know I have my jokes in a bag and I'll kind of go up with some sort of guidance for myself. I want to go, like, there will be times where I'm like, I don't have a joke for this, but I want something for this.
Mm-hmm.
Like that happened recently. It's one of my favorite jokes right now, and I can't remember which joke it is because it just feels like it was written in now. You know what I mean? But it happened at CFTA. You were there that night.
Just for laughs.
The Just for Laughs joke.
Yes,
Like that. But I remember a couple weeks back I was at the corner, and it used to be nothing for me to create a set list and go off the set list.
Yeah.
And I guess I've gotten so far away from that in my mind, I'm like, yo, let me just create my set list tonight. And I'll go back to that, thinking that I would just have no problem doing it. But it's been so far, like so long
Yeah.
that I literally had to keep looking at the list. Whereas if I just told myself, like, let's say the jokes that I put in the set list,
Yeah.
I'm like, I just want to tell these jokes. If I
Yeah.
just told that to myself, it would have been less bombastic. But because I told myself, no, like, do it like you used to do it. Write them down in the list, and then like in my mind, I would go over the list before I go up. I'm like, okay, this goes to this goes to this. I'll use this to transition, and I'll like be making changes or whatever.
Yeah.
But it was more difficult for me to do that. But I didn't I'm not freaking out or anything. At this point, bro, once it becomes second nature, it's literally a cheat code. So the whole, how do you get to a place where there is no shortcut other than just do it. But once you do it enough, it's literally like super. I feel it's weird. I just know that there's a baseline.
Yeah.
And I trust myself so much that like each time I test what that baseline is, it like increases, so that I truly feel like I can go up without any idea of what I want to talk about now. And I've proven this out.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I try not to do it on like real important nights, like big paid nights or whatever, because that's you want to make sure.
Yeah.
But like, I'm trusting myself enough now. I'm proving out enough now that I'm doing it on paid nights and doing it on like headline time. Like, you know what I mean? I found a way to inject that. But doing Bougie show, I was like, okay, the last few times I tried this, it was weird. Let's see what it is. And I created a set list and I stuck to it. And it just like, I don't know. I don't think it's for me anymore.
Set list, okay.
Not
Because you usually go up with like a bag
yeah.
and you just pull it out. Like
Set list feels like a de-evolution.
Link bomb, chink, pull out a.
But I still think it's something that I can't forget though, because there's gonna be times, and I think the most important time where you have to use a skill like that is like you only have 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And let's say a TV 7. So you have to present like
It has to be
banger material. And yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And you don't want to leave that up to chance, even
Yes.
though I trust myself.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, I say that now, but I've been testing it more and more on I've been adding more pressure each time. I'm like, okay, let me try it here. Like I normally wouldn't do this at the corner, but again, if I trust myself enough, then I know I'm gonna make sure that they're gonna get their tickets worth plus some.
Yeah.
That's my job. I'm not up here at an open mic, so I can't bring that level of I'm just trying shit out.
Yeah.
But yeah, like I feel like I do need to kind of bring myself back a little bit to just being comfortable doing the set list so that it's something that I don't lose. Because realistically, that skill is the reason that I'm able to go up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It was like an evolutionary step.
Mhm.
I was doing the set list so that I could get to this point now where I just like, it's like the Matrix.
Yeah.
I have all the jokes downloaded in my hard drive.
Yeah.
And I could it's like I know kung fu. It's like I pull out the kung fu joke.
Exactly. That's what I mean by you go with like just a bag of jokes.
Yeah.
You just pull them out.
But I can't lie though, I felt weird not immediately being able to do the set list again. I was like, it was jarring.
Yeah.
I was like, did I forget?
Yeah.
But then
There's a little bit of rust on it. On that
I guess,
skill.
yeah, you know, and even though I still feel like I'm presenting a better version of myself on stage than when I was doing that set list thing, that doesn't mean I can't bring the progression that I've come to now into that order of a set list. And I love the challenge of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I'm finding ways to bring back that, like when I was new, I would constantly go up every show like it was a game show for myself. I'm like, don't do this, do that, don't do this joke, take this closer, make it your opener.
Yeah.
Like try different energy, do a character, so many different things. And I feel like that's what makes it like, that's what gets you to. I just saw a video, funny that we were talking about golf earlier, because I just saw a video of Tiger Woods' dad. Have you ever seen this video where he's describing how he trained Tiger growing up?
No.
So he said when we were on the course and Tiger would be training, I would mess with him. I would start talking, or he would have his ball set, and then I'd just throw 20 balls on the ground, and he'd get like, he'd start to lose it slowly, but I would always just take him right to the line, but never over, and then I'd back off. And then eventually I'd be like, oh, you can't do that. Or like he would like tease him or egg him on. And then he would get frustrated just to the point where he's at peak performance. And then he'd turn back at his dad, and his dad said he would give him a look like, see?
Oh yeah, watch this.
Yeah, watch this. Without saying anything.
Yeah.
He would just give him that look. And then eventually he said years down the road, he was able to do so much and nothing would phase Tiger. And he said, your training is complete. And one of the things at first I'm like, yo, this seems almost like traumatizing. Then you remove the aspect, like what I forgot. I'm like, yo, he was a black kid in the South doing golf.
Yep.
With his black dad on a golf course. They were getting called everything.
Yep.
So his dad, like literally pushing him to that limit with some golf balls or whatever, got it to the point where like he's the number one golfer in the world. And I heard like all the N-words. I didn't pay attention to golf or anything.
Yeah.
But you hear the races, you know, it was the 90s and 2000s. I'm like, damn, bro, it makes sense why he's so like just.
Yeah, he's level-headed.
But then obviously nobody ever knew that he was banging 18 brods at the same time. Because
That's how you stay mellow,
he's
dog.
just like this.
You got no more energy left.
Nothing faces this guy.
Someone had a joke or something like that where it's like after you like 18 chicks, you have no energy left, and you just say they're like. Like you're just
Like
out
Darth Vader breathing.
just completely out of energy.
Yeah. But overall, the show was fine. Shout out to Bougie. She always puts on some fun shows. But yeah, I'm really excited about what we've got planned. I'm excited about these ideas for the live shows that we're talking about.
Yeah.
I'm excited to start producing stuff that's just more in line with what we've been presenting. And I'm lit, bro, on like what's happening with the channel, with all the stuff. Like I feel like we're perfectly in line with our nature and what we're here to do. And it's funny, I like we've had conversations lately where I'm talking about subscriber accounts and follower accounts, but then you hear me on the podcast, I'm like, I'm very anti this. And so like we constantly talk, it's been really fun to not focus on building that number thing and just focus on presenting ourselves how we want to present, like the authentic route of comedy and all this stuff.
Yeah.
As Corey Holcomb would say, the GOAT path.
Yeah.
And I love the challenge of figuring that out and having that work naturally in the algorithm. You see what I mean with the approach, as opposed to let's figure out what we can create to fit
For the algorithm.
For the algorithm, we're creating what we want to create, and in turn, it's just working out naturally because we're presenting ourselves, like just authentically, and that to me is beautiful. I bro, again, I want us, and I think we can get to 1 million subscribers, but I'm not sitting here being like, I want 1 million subscribers. I want all the clout.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to be known. But like, obviously we want more reach because I think there's a lot of people out there that feel like us and think like us and, are into the comedy that we present.
Yep.
So once again, salutes. Thank you all to the beautiful people that have been subscribing. If you haven't already, hit that button, follow us on socials or whatever, but we ain't begging. We love you and we thank you for the support. And that does it for Comedy Recap this week. Let's get into another segment that we do here regularly. It's a newer segment where we have built out our ultimate top 10 comedians of all time list. Once we did that, I don't know why I got so list. I got crazy like wrestling announcer with it. Ladies and gentlemen, coming to the ring, the top 10 comedians of all time. If you're a real wrestling fan, you have no idea who I was mimicking right there. Welcome to WrestleMania. That was pretty good. That's a Howard Finkel right there. Crickets. But yeah, our all-time list has been compiled, and now week to week we are bringing new names to see if they belong in the top 10 or if they get voted out by you, the people. So as we release these videos, a new poll question will go up to coincide with the list. I guess I worded this poorly. But anyways, go check the community tab on YouTube. Once these videos go out, then you're free to vote on the new nominee. Last week, I brought Richard Pryor to the table. And you know what also makes sense? I realized that we were looking at the results, but it hasn't been a full week. That's why there isn't that many.
Yeah, it was like a day.
Yeah. So already there's been some votes.
Yeah.
But I guess maybe we'll
wait.
We'll do the results of the previous week, the week after, just to let it build up some votes. Yeah. As of right now, it looks like Richard Pryor is going into the top 10.
But who is it going to bump out?
Who's
Because
he
it's a
bumping out?
three-way
It's
tie.
a three-way tie, man. Jim Carrey somehow is the safest between Bernie Mac, Jim Carrey, Andy Kaufman, and Lavelle Crawford. It is a three-way tie between Lavelle, Bernie, and Andy Kaufman.
Yep.
To see who
Gets
Richard
bumped.
Pryor. Yeah. So but that was my suggestion last week. And as poorly as I worded this, first, before we get to your nominee this week, would you mind refreshing us with the top 10 list?
The top 10 list, we have Bernie Mac, Russell Peters, Cat Williams, George Carlin, Corey Holcomb, Patrice O'Neal, Andy Kaufman, Jim Carrey, Dave Chappelle, Lavelle Crawford, Richard Pryor, ?
Yeah, Richard Pryor is now in the waiting column to see if he makes it in or...
I'll put a line.
Yeah. So I guess you will be adding the next nominee.
Yep.
Which is?
The person that I'm throwing in. I don't know if many people know who this guy is, but he's one of my favorites of all time. Arnez J.
Oh, I know Arnez. I don't know too much.
Oh my goodness. Arnez.
You have like I guess this shows the age difference between us.
How?
But Arnez is, Arnez is an OG.
I would like to pull up a Def Comedy Jam
Arnez
clip.
is an OG. So you have a real eclectic, like.
Everything I do is eclectic.
I like that though, because I will admit that for me growing up, I was a very mainstream type person.
Mm-hmm.
Like it took me a minute to start to develop my own sense of self.
Yeah.
You know? So this is actually dope. I think you're actually presenting how you had your own, you were locked into your own.
I had different people. They're all over the place.
Lavelle Crawford was a wild take though. But
for you, but come on,
I know,
Lavelle's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dude, chops to
I
the
knew
throat.
it. I knew it.
Did you see him on Shay Shay? Did you see that one?
Club Shay Shay. I didn't watch that. I don't watch Shay
Okay,
Shay,
so
bro.
Lavelle was on Club Shay Shay. Gay.
Club gay.
But Shannon Sharp was like, so Lavelle, you like fast food, right? And then Lavelle's like, fast food?
I saw that clip.
I like cuisine.
People think I got fat out there.
It was like, no, I like lobster with butter.
That is funny.
Yeah, he's hilarious. But anyways, Arnez J.
Before we show a clip, what is Arnez J in the realm of Dante's comedy life? Like, how did you discover Arnez J of all people?
I don't even know. He just showed up one day, somehow, some way.
Do you have an early memory of like watching Arnez?
Yep.
How old are you, roughly?
Anywhere from like 10 to 12-ish.
10 to 12?
13.
Okay, so high school, just about high school, just before.
Like middle school, high
Yeah.
school. Yeah.
Did you watch a lot of Def Comedy Jam growing up?
Clips here and there.
Interesting.
Like my parents definitely watched it. Like
Okay.
my parents are big into stand-up. So like
Okay.
we would actually watch stand-up as a family. And I think I mentioned this before.
You have, yeah.
So like we would all sit together and watch a stand-up special. Like it was a
Okay.
movie.
What's a standout of Arnez? Like, what about Arnez makes him top 10 for you?
Okay. One, he's hilarious. So that's
Has to. I hope so. Jeez, bro. You guys bringing scrubs to the list? And today's nomination, Bootleg Jenkins.
No, that's the first thing. But he's in his earlier days, because this is like an earlier clip, and then I have a later clip, right? But he's very like athletic
Okay.
in his comedy.
Gotta pause you for 1 second. The freeze frame you have right now is very Aaron Belial.
No, because he's no. I gotta show you the later date, because
He's got that freeze frame like.
well, right now he's dancing. Spoiler alert, because I'll just can I play the clip?
Yeah, why not?
All right.
It doesn't have music on it, will it?
Well,
get
it's
us
good, you know,
flagged?
because Def Jam they came
bring
out
them
to
up
music,
to music, yeah.
so we can play it.
They play into it though.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah, because I don't want to get us flagged.
Hold up, nigga. Wait a minute.
Hey, hey, this is so 90s, dog. Hey,
You know when you're a true
hey.
nigga, you'll stop doing whatever you're doing. and
I
start
miss
dancing.
Def Comedy Jam, bro.
You could be making love to your girlfriend. Woo, girl, a nigga get up, get up.
Yeah, this is so 90s, dog.
Two brothers on the bus stop talking. Yo, man, we're going, oh, wait a minute, nigga.
And you know me, when I hear music, I'm dancing. So seeing this,
That resonates.
it resonates. And then he has this one, and it's later in the set, where because black people are so much faster than white people that they'll get the white person to say the N-word just so they could chase them. But then they give them a head start all the way down the block.
Play the joke. Wow, he's still dancing.
Yeah.
That was 2 minutes.
I'm from Atlanta, Georgia. And I know y'all heard me say the word nigga. I ain't calling nobody a nigga, I just like the word nigga.
No.
See, I like to feel good when somebody call me nigga. What's up, my nigga? That's what I want to hear. That's why I need to be niggerized real quick. What's up, Cat Daddy? Are you a true nigga? We gonna find out. Because if you ain't, you on a special ed bus. I want you to give it to me like I give it to you. What's up, my nigga? No, see, I didn't ask you that. You said, what's up, fool? I said, what's up, my nigga? You on the bus. Come on, man, come on. Man, come on, man. We gonna wait on you. We gonna wait on you. Man, we only got 4 seats left. That ain't what I'm looking for.
Yo, find your joke though. Great stage presence.
And like he's like I said, back then he was super athletic, like
Great act outs, great stage presence.
So this is the joke right here. You could see the heat map.
See, because once we accept white people, they think that they can say the word. Oh, no, you can't. You know, because like brothers be like, yeah, what up, nigga? White people like, that's right, Nick.
Bro, this is so 90s Def Comedy Jam. That's hilarious.
Why are you hitting me? You said I was one of you. You said I was a white Nick.
Now, I will say, like, obviously we have different criteria for what makes top 10 for me and you.
Yep.
But, like, I'm very critical about comedy. So, like, it's hard for me to put someone who is very much a product of their time.
Yeah, I understand that.
You know what I mean? Like, a timelessness, for me specifically, is a big factor.
Well, so that's why I have 2 clips. Because this is an old Def Comedy clip.
And you have
I have a newer, it's new, but it's like 13 years old.
That's still like a
newer
one outside of these Def Comedy Jam days.
Yeah, because like I remember you played like a Bernie Mac clip and it was a Def Jam, so you know.
Yeah. Yes. And Bernie, I don't remember what joke I played, but
I ain't scared of you, nigga.
Okay, yeah. That's more of that was like an iconic set.
Yeah.
I think that's why I played that one.
Most recent, so one of the things he talks about is he has a brother that's handicapped.
Okay.
And he talks about how his brother likes pro wrestling.
Thank you. I'm glad you thought of me when you thought of this. But I like to go back to what I just said though. It's like the timelessness of it is like as Arnez continued to talk about the black white, like hey, white people can't say, you know what I mean?
No, because he has other stuff. Like he released a special like a couple years ago.
Okay,
it was
you know
on
what?
Netflix.
I will check that. I'll actually check that one out. I have more interest in an Arnez special than a Lavelle Crawford special, to be honest.
Okay, each their own.
Yeah, I know. Yo, it's not knocking again.
I know.
Everybody's got their own.
Okay.
But he talks about family. So, like I said, his brother's handicap, and this is where he does the actual Aaron Belial.
Okay.
These are very important. We gotta love our families. Because what? Y'all know I have a brother that's handicapped. I don't care. I'll talk about anybody. Let me tell you something. And don't you dare feel sorry for him. Don't you dare. My brother is the meanest handicap that God has ever created. And he look like this every day. And he'll just sit in the front yard looking at cars all day long. He screamed at me like that one day. I was like, man, what's wrong with you?
Oh, I've heard this joke before.
That's his favorite word. Okay, I'm telling you right now, buckle up, buckle up. I'm about to tell you the story about Rodney.
One eternity later.
So I had to push
Yo, how long is this joke? I ain't playing a 10-minute joke.
No, that's fine. But yeah, anyways. Hilarious. And then he says his brother has like a WWE belt. He's like, oh, I'm the champion.
So you put him up?
Yeah, I put him up. Because once again, I'm going off who
You have the oddest top 10 list.
I'm going up who
I really want to know. Yeah. Sorry.
Who made me laugh the hardest.
That's very fair.
Can't go off anything else.
That's very fair. But we're talking top comedians of all time. See, I knew you've been looking at this list all wrong. It's not who made you fun, like who made you laugh the hardest growing up and stuff.
Okay.
We're building out the top comedians of all time. I'm talking about Richard Pryor and you're bringing freaking Arnez J.
Okay, but
I think it's because you don't know enough about the damn history of comedy or enough
top 10 off what?
Of all time.
I know, but
how
all
is this
time
guy
like what? Like who's the funniest of all time?
There's obviously multiple factors. That's why I brought up impact also, because I think that is a very notable.
Well, because I said I had 2 people that I potentially wanted to bring up.
Yeah.
This is my one.
You keep bringing me personals, but I'm like, these guys don't stack up.
But this is the other one that I was gonna bring.
You already brought your choice.
I know.
You already spent 10 minutes.
I understand.
Telling me this guy's
I did
there with freaking George Carlin and Chappelle and Patrice.
I know, but we're going
crazy.
off who's funny.
No. Now we're really locking in. Like this is all time. I don't know how else to break that down to you.
Okay. But some people sell tickets, but are they the funniest? Do they get to be in the top 10?
I don't see an argument for Lavelle Crawford and Arnez J. Based off even what you're saying right there.
Okay, well then I'll bring in
because they're to you.
Yeah.
But then there's universally like
I understand.
There's underground comics too. Patrice wasn't mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody talks about Patrice.
Yeah, but that's
what did he do that was mainstream?
He was on The Office
for 3 episodes and got booted.
The Office is pretty mainstream
for 3 episodes and got booted.
But it's one of them shows.
Okay, but he didn't get famous for that.
But you asked what he did that was mainstream.
Fair enough.
I'm just answering your question.
Fair enough.
Yana.
Fair enough. Flexing. But I still would argue that he didn't get known from that. People know the black guy from, if you say the black guy from The Office, they say,
I don't even remember his name.
I can't remember his name.
Stanley?
Craig or Stanley, actually, yeah, I guess.
And Craig was the other one. I forgot.
And Craig replaced Patrice.
But not stand-up wise.
Because Patrice, no, I don't think I know a single. He goes up on stage with a piano.
Yeah.
I'm okay. Actually, I can't even say that because Reggie Watts is awesome to me.
Yeah. But that's not a piano. Like, he can play piano, but he's got...
It's different to me, yeah.
But anyways. Okay, so it's not just who's the funniest. It's also who's had the most impact. But once again, some people who've had the most impact also aren't the most funniest. So do they get to deserve to be in the top 10?
Well, they wouldn't, but it's a combination of things.
Yeah, but if their impact outweighs how funny
really
they are,
inarguable. I think we're trying to bring to the table the ones that are most inarguable. This is super arguable. Arnez J, Lavelle Crawford. That's why you.
No, you can't argue Lavelle.
But like, that's like when you like last week, you're like, can you pick anyone from yours? I'm like, I absolutely can because they're not all the most elite.
Yeah.
But I think there's more of an argument to be made for the ones that I brought to the table.
Look, I told you before we were recording.
We've been spending way too much time.
I had 2 people that I could have done.
Yeah.
So I'll save the other one for next time.
Okay, fair
and then
enough.
you'll be like, that nigga, he can't be in the top 10 either.
Yeah, you gotta timestamp that. You got militant on me right there.
I'll just say that's what you would say.
Fair enough, but do you know what's funny is now I have to be on my toes like extra, like I can't bring no scrubs to the
Can't bring no scrubs, but
this joke reminded me of one of my personal top faves, Mike Epps. You know his joke of the baby,
I don't know that
really
joke.
all right.
But so this is the thing. I could just throw, Mike Epps, top 10.
Mike Epps is more arguable, I think.
Yeah, but I never watched Mike Epps, so what am I basing it off of?
So, and this is what I was trying to say earlier. It is obviously more difficult for you because like I'm a nerd about this stuff and I spent literally my teens and my young life.
Yeah, and I was watching Arnez J. Come on. This got 3 million views.
Fair enough, and I have 8. So fair enough. So gotta give it up to him on that one.
Yeah, you can't argue this.
You can't argue this. And it's not me saying that they're bad comics either.
No, I understand.
You know what I mean?
That.
I just want to
top 10 all time.
So okay. So you know what? Then maybe I'll just be because I can't force you to know comics you don't know. You know what I mean? But then I will flame you extra hard for just bringing guys.
These are like I said, these are the ones that made me laugh.
That's
hardest.
fair. I can't argue that at all. I hate somebody trying to be like your music sucks or your comedian sucks because like bro, that's I'm not you, you're not me.
Yeah.
So even though I make these arguments, I still very much respect your opinion and you having your opinion.
The next one I bring up, I know you're not gonna like them, but I'm gonna bring it up anyways.
Good,
because
bro.
you can't argue this guy.
Okay. Oh, it's gonna be Bo Burnham, isn't it?
Who the fuck?
It's gonna be one of these mainstream guys. I'm like, it's gonna be tough. But again, this is why we're bringing it to the people now. So it's kind of off of us at this point. We have presented our list.
Yeah. But that's why we don't know who this guy is. Like,
And so it's nice. You get to give him some shine or whatever.
give us some shine. Shout out to Arnez J.
And it's good. We're
Top
gonna,
10 of all time, one of them.
and we're gonna get to the point where I've run out of like bigger names that I have to really dig into the well.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe I should just start doing that. I guess. F it.
Yeah, get those guys out of the way.
I need to
first.
bring a female to the list. So my next
Yeah,
week.
but they're not top 10.
Yo, have you seen Joan Rivers,
I'm
man?
joking.
I know. I'm trying to do Cam Newton right now. My brother, actually.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win over all the women audience.
Panda
right now.
bears.
Yeah, Panda Bears. My brother. How can you say such a thing when we know women to be as equally, if not more, valuable than men to society? Freaking, my podcast numbers go up. The algorithm's like, this is the one. Anyways, that's this week's Are They Top 10 list. Go and vote on the community tab if you think Arnez J beats out. Wait, so who are we throwing up for nomination? And I think we should do it this way going forward because I realized we only get 4 options on the poll, and I forgot to put none as an option.
Okay.
So I think we each nominate one only from the list that still remains.
Okay.
And then the third option will be neither.
Okay.
Like they don't make it in the
So
list.
we have you choose one, I choose one.
Correct.
And then the person goes in.
Correct. But then how do we do this when we haven't announced last week's? You know, if we're still waiting another few days to get more results.
We'll see what and then just post it up. And we'll talk about it next time.
Yeah,
That's
I
the only
don't
thing
want it
we
to
can-
get too confusing.
I know, but
like, we'll
once,
have,
once we smooth this bump
Yeah.
in the road out,
there's a
we'll
little
be
bump in the
good.
road. But we're getting through it.
Yeah, okay, so who do I bump out for Arnez J? That's a hard question.
Yeah.
Um
I'm still leaving mine, I guess. I would leave if Bernie stays in. See, that's the thing. Like, who's staying in and who's
yeah.
out.
True.
That's why it's hard to.
I would
So
have,
maybe we hold off on this one then.
okay.
Next week we do this one.
We'll see. We'll have to see what
We'll have to see.
because what if it's a tie by next week?
Ugh. All right, we're gonna figure this out. You won't even be here next week, so I have to figure this
you'll
out.
Figure it out.
Well, okay. Yeah, we'll figure this out. But you guys will have a vote. Go check out the community tab because every week we do polls anyway. So you should pause, but you should go. That was a crazy statement. Let's get into another weekly segment we do here called Poll Results, ladies and gentlemen. Every Monday on my Instagram social media feed and on the community tab right here on YouTube, we post an interactive poll question. We let you guys vote and we discuss the results here on the podcast. And this week's poll question was, how big a factor is a comedian's physical appearance to their success? And the options were significant, some influence, but not much, minimal, or none at all. And before we get to the results, what do you vote on here?
Question. What is the difference between some influence and minimal?
So I see this as like a meter. 100%, 75, 50, 25.
Zero?
Okay. Well, then, okay. So then significant, I would say 75 to 100.
Okay.
We'll just cap it as that. But you see, and then zero would be like 0 to 25. Well, 0, period.
Yes, it'd have to be.
And then the other ones would be 25 and then
to 50.
say 50 to 75.
I would say physical appearance.
minimal is essentially just above none.
Yeah, but some influence is also just above none.
Well, shut up. Some influence, but not much. Man, shut up.
That's not even a lot.
You know what's funny is this one was given to me by the friggin' Mr. Algorithm. So
Your
you know.
Tesla bot.
Yeah, yeah. Now I gotta go reconfigure his brains.
Hey, you.
That sounded crazy. As soon as I said it, I hated that. I hated that statement. I hated that statement. I'm talking about computer, rewiring a computer. Ugh, I'm gonna edit that one out. I'm gonna have to leave that one.
man.
I'm getting lightheaded. That was awful.
That's crazy.
But yeah. So what do you think?
It has some influence.
But not much.
Yeah.
Let's say more than 50 or less than 50%.
Less than 50. Because comedians come in all shapes and sizes. So it's not
Like
like
you don't think appearance plays a factor in success?
plays some influence.
Very little though. You would say like 25%.
It has an effect. But I'm not just because physical appearance is not just like your body type. Like some people, they dress
It's how you dress. It's
just
yeah.
how you, if you're kept clean shaven or whatever, there's some influence. Now, like, this is why I had to ask if what is some influence and what is minimal, right? Because they're pretty similar.
Minimal would be 25%. Some is 50 to
below.
75. And significant is 75 and above.
It plays some influence.
So okay, so you're saying around 50%.
I would say 25 to 50%. Because the rest of it is...
I think it's so much deeper than people see. A lot. I feel like a lot of people view it that way, but I think it's so much deeper because like the art of comedy is all psychological, bro.
Yes.
Like your presence speaks volumes before you say a word.
Yes.
So how is that not a major impact on how the people view you? Maybe
Talking about success.
yeah, but that's how the people view you will factor into your
Yeah,
success.
but if that would mean that all the most beautiful people would always be...
Why is it beautiful? In comedy, it's actually less that way.
That's why I said some.
But they look disheveled or they look not beautiful or whatever, which is a factor in their success. You ever heard when a person loses their fat, they lose their funny?
I've heard that.
I've seen it.
Okay.
My friends like to say it happened to Chappelle. Some of my friends,
When he lost his fat?
when he lost his skinny, like either you're skinny and you're hilarious or you're fat and you're hilarious, but like muscular doesn't work typically.
Okay.
Or like, you know, super hot or whatever because it's distracting or whatever.
Yeah. So it has some. I'm not going to say it's
I think it's more than
significant.
25. I think it's
25 to 50. It's in that range. I give it like 30%.
I think it's a significant impact
Okay.
because for me personally,
Yeah.
I think it's so subtle.
Mm-hmm.
Like you have to remember that everything is
A
psychological.
significant subtle impact.
Yes, because a subtle impact can still have significance.
Mm-hmm.
So what I mean by subtle is like it's a subconscious thing that is playing in your mind.
Yes.
You're forming opinions based on people or of people based on how they look.
Yes.
Whether you're doing it consciously or subconsciously, it's happening.
Yeah.
And that will play a huge factor in how the jokes are perceived
Okay. So
or
here's a
received.
question.
Okay.
Say there's a 100% circle, right?
Okay.
The circle's 100%. How much percent of that is your looks versus
jokes and
your jokes and stuff?
ooh, that's a better way of breaking it down.
Well, that's how I'm seeing it. Because if you're saying it's
Like if
75%
if you're like,
looks,
if this is a creative character essentially, and you have so many skill points.
exactly.
You got 10 skill points to put in.
100% is success.
Yeah.
So if you're specking 75 into your looks, you're not gonna have jokes.
That's a great way. Yeah, my guy. That was great. Yeah. that was great. I don't know why, but that worked for my brain perfectly.
That's why it has some, but I can't say it's significant. I can't say it's more than 50% because
But wait though, because there are instances where a person's look is what carries them. Like into a person's like I'm not saying they don't have the jokes to back up the look.
Yes.
But I'm saying someone like a Gallagher,
I don't know who that is.
nigga. White, bald mustache guy, like long hair on the side, bald on the top, mustache guy with suspenders, rainbow suspenders. It was like a look.
Yes.
Or okay, you know, it would use the mallet. He would smash the watermelon at the end of his sets.
I do know.
You know
Gallagher.
of that thing.
Yeah,
you know
'cause
of
it's
him.
an Iron
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. It's in what?
Iron Man 2.
You friggin' nerd.
Because they throw watermelons like, let's bring on the Gallagher. And then he blows up the watermelon.
So how did you even know what they were referencing?
I know the Gallagher smashes a watermelon.
But in that instance, you didn't know what you were seeing.
I still don't know what Gallagher looks like. I just
pull
know
up for
Gallagher smashes watermelon.
You know, who's another one that would be by look? I mean, I would say Chappelle's look when he was coming up was so iconic. That skinny, yeah. And then when he got buff, it did change the dynamic
Okay.
of how people perceive him.
Okay,
I
but
straight up
so-
have friends
so
say
le-
he's
but
not
okay,
funny as a muscular
But
dude.
was his look more
It
important
has
or was it his jokes?
It's hard to separate because this is what I'm saying. It's all like
It's all
interwoven.
part of the pie.
So how much? Yeah, okay. So what percentage of the pie? I don't know. I don't know, because I think that was a significant impact on his or a significant factor in his initial impact. The skinny, like his skinny, played such a huge role in making his good jokes that much funnier. I would argue. I mean, and for me, for sure, that was a thing. I know for my homies growing up, that was a thing, and some of my homies that I still talk to from growing up, like I keep saying, literally say he got muscular. Like I've heard a lot of people say Yoke Chappelle's not funny compared to
Skinny Chappelle.
Yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
And you know, you can make those whatever.
Yeah.
What's his name? The guy who's in freaking Vegas, Carrot Top.
Yeah.
Red hair.
Yes.
With the gap between his teeth and
Yes.
stuff. It's like an iconic look.
Yeah.
That plays into.
Yeah. His name is Carrot Top.
So how is that not? See what I mean? It's
I
hard
understand.
to be. Every created character is different.
I get it, but
I think it's you have to be in tune with who you are. Some people aren't people that have a sense of style or that even know how to project that. So
Yes.
it wouldn't work for them. But for someone like
I'm not saying it doesn't play a factor.
I know.
I said somewhat.
I know,
Some
but
influence.
I'm giving a counter to your pie chart scenario or whatever, like
Yes.
breaking it down by numbers. It's an individual thing. You
Yeah,
can't
everyone
say,
has a different set
there's
of numbers.
no one character skill
I-
set.
no, I understand.
Like I
just-
give you this
but I'm
character build
saying-
on you
no,
become
No,
successful.
but I'm saying, if you were to look at it,
Yeah.
right, is it, because significant would have to be more than half of the pie chart. At least 51.
See, okay, I propose a different way of looking at it.
Okay.
Because I think it's almost unfair to base it off like a video game spec, like creating a character. Because I think there would have to be different circles or different like things that you would rate individually
Okay.
that then maybe get averaged out.
Well,
To create your
so obviously there's more to it. I've only put in the two factors of jokes and looks, but
Yeah.
as you're saying, there is more, which would take up more of that pie.
The more I like, I don't know how exactly to get it across, but there is 100% an importance into creating a look
Yes.
along with the jokes and the presence and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's hard. For me, I guess I would have to say they're equally as important. So if you were to do the overlapping circles, the Venn diagram,
Yes.
it would just be one circle, bro. I would say they're all as important because you can't get into the minutia of which is as important. You just have to figure out the best of you in each department, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
What is the best look for you that matches your best jokes, that matches your best stage presence, that matches.
Yes. So you're saying that's why it's a significant.
I think so, man.
Okay.
I really do. And I mean, I have seen it. Again, when I say I've tested everything, bro, I've tested everything. Like,
Yep.
and there was a point in my career where I was just really, like when I was younger, at 22, I was really just experimenting with my style and stuff. Like off stage and on stage. And the more I honed in on who I was and displaying that on my body with my clothes, the better I was able to get my stuff across.
Yeah.
Because it
Maybe
didn't
that's
mishmash.
why my 50th set was so good, because I was dressed up as West Side Gun.
But you do go up there nerdy most of the time. Like you're just basic nerd attire.
What?
What do you mean?
How's that
You can't
nerd?
argue that.
What is nerd attire?
Like you just
I thought I dressed like a lesbian.
nerd. Clip that. But no, but you see what I mean? It's the night that you put thought into it, all of a sudden, and we can't say that it's because.
No, I know. I'm just,
But we can't also say that it's not because.
yeah. It did play some
It-
factor.
And it changed your demeanor. You played into the character.
Yeah.
I'm sure.
A little bit.
I saw the clips, right?
Yeah.
Like you showed me the set. So
Yeah.
you definitely you showed up on stage with the West Side. Like,
What the fuck?
so how does that not have a significant, if just by way of dress changes your demeanor, which changes the delivery of your jokes,
Yep.
is that not a significant impact? Regardless of whether
okay, I get what you're saying.
You know what I
because
mean?
That little, even though it was like a 1 degree change, down the road it had a
it's butterfly effect.
Yeah.
That 1 degree changed everything. So
Yeah.
now nothing is the same as it would have been.
Okay.
You know
I
what
see
I mean?
that. Yeah.
I literally
So I guess,
sometimes
yeah,
think I'm like, yo, I'm gonna wear this tonight, and for whatever reason, it's just like I'm conveying the energy of whatever I'm wearing.
Yeah. Yeah, I could see how that would make it more significant.
This is a good one. This is one of my favorite ones in a while, bro. I like this one a lot. But yeah. So
Yeah.
do you still stick with some?
Because we're playing what makes you successful. So, okay, if you have a unique look, chances are you're going to be more successful.
Correct.
Right? Like, I have this idea. And
We still have to do UFC.
I know. This is, I'm
What's our time?
107.
Okay.
You still got another 40 minutes.
No.
But have you noticed that people with interesting necks get super famous?
I mean, not specifically.
No, but you know that no neck J.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Because he's got no neck.
Yeah, but that's, I don't know.
He's got success.
And I guess that daddy long legs guy,
Long
that white,
neck.
yeah, long neck guy.
And then the infamous wide neck.
Oh my God.
That's their look.
That's weird.
I'm
I'm
just
sure it
saying.
plays some sort of, yeah.
I don't think they'd be popular if they had regular necks.
But what are you going with? You started out minimal. You said
No.
25 to 50.
Yeah.
So
So
you
25 to 50 is some influence.
Okay.
Minimal is 1 to 25, and then none at all is 0.
Okay.
So I would say some influence, but not much. But after this back and forth, I think a 1 degree of change is significant enough to change everything.
Exactly.
So I would have to go significant.
You got to open your third eye on these conversations, bro. This is how deeply we think about the comedy
I
stuff.
know.
Yeah. So how big a factor is a comedian's physical appearance to their success? The options were significant, some influence, but not much, minimal, and none at all. And the results are 29, 29, and 29% for significant, some, and minimal, and then 14% for none at all. That's wild that people would think that there's no significance. But see, I feel like this is a hard one, bro.
Yeah, but also because
Maybe I should have just done percentage points instead of the.
maybe, but like for instance, somebody could just go in black t-shirt, black jeans.
That's the traditional comedy look, is all black.
Yeah, and just
That's
go
like-
straight jokes.
Your OGs will tell you go up in all black, or at least like, the classic ones.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it is putting the focus on just
On the jokes. But then again, all black is part of the appearance.
correct. Like
Yeah. Unless you're a ghost or
like
something.
the people I would say that stick out the most would be like a Carlin. Carlin was an all black guy.
Okay.
Louis C.K. I can think of immediately as an all black guy. I can't think of any
Bird?
others
He's
immediately.
all black?
No, Bird.
he-
Bird's-
was he wears
he was in
colors?
like a bright blue hoodie on the one that was outdoors. Anyways, he's hosting SNL after the elections.
Okay.
That's probably gonna make me watch SNL for the first time this year. But yeah, that's this week's poll results.
Yeah.
Interesting that they were that. But do you see how much back and forth we had just trying to figure this out?
no,
This is a tough one.
Yeah, because I think these are, you have to figure out how to distinguish this one a little bit.
Yeah.
Like minimal and some, because some is more than 0.
Yeah, I like this one a lot.
But significant is that 51st degree.
Correct.
So yeah.
So yeah, get in on the poll questions, ladies and gentlemen. Every Monday on the community tab on YouTube and on my Instagram story feed. But that'll wrap it up for poll results this week. I'm honestly contemplating, do we just skip? Because like we'd end up skipping all of it essentially. Just let me see because there's prelims on
There's
here that we would have to
prelims.
talk
Okay,
about.
Let's look. This would be a good fight. Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGhee, but we'll
All
do
right.
the intro.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna do. It's time for UFC 309. UFC. Damn, I gotta do that again. That was the worst. Can you hit that X for me so that's not on the screen? Yeah, just give me a clean shot here. You can close that too. Clean shot. Woosa. It's time for UFC 309 Jones versus Miocic. Miocic? I
Yeah.
did that. Whatever, bro. It's Miocic versus Jones.
Stiopic.
Is Stiopic. The fight, 18 years in the making. Jeez. The fight, 4 injuries in the making. These guys, this image alone is wild to me because they look like completely different humans than when this fight was first announced. But yeah, Jones versus Miocic. Where is this one?
Oh, MSG.
Oh, Madison Square Garden. So they hoodwinked everybody into buying MSG prices again. Congrats to all the people that held out on the first one. I feel sorry for anybody who's like, I got front row for the first one. Oh my God.
Yeah, but if you got front row, you're not worried about.
I guess. Fair enough. Yeah, you don't worry about that. Yeah, whatever. It's a Saturday. But yeah, let's quickly do a rundown from the prelims. We'll mention a couple off the prelims and then get into the main card.
Jonathan Martinez versus Marcus McGhee. This should be a good fight. Martinez, striker, kicker type guy.
Okay.
Marcus McGhee, street nigga.
Great breakdown.
No, he's actually a really good fighter.
Stylistically, a good matchup.
Stylistically, a great match. And
Yeah.
Marcus McGhee has a YouTube channel, so I gotta support the guys with the YouTube channel.
All right. Shout outs, Marcus.
One of us.
One of us. That's hilarious. Who do you see winning this one?
Honestly, who do I see winning? I think Jonathan Martinez is probably better technically,
Yeah.
but I kind of want to see Marcus McGhee win.
Okay.
Even though I'm a big fan of Martinez.
Okay.
McGee's kind of later into the big leagues, like he's like mid-30s or something.
Yeah.
So he's coming out like, this is my one shot.
All right. Anything else stand out to you in the prelims? That's it.
Yeah. Chris Weidman, Eric Anders. Oh no.
What makes you say that?
Because Chris Weidman, he was a champion,
Okay.
but he had a significant leg break, and that's really hard to come back from.
Fair enough.
And he tried to go up.
I mean, Connor did it so well.
Did he?
No.
Has he even been back yet?
Oh wait, who is someone that snapped their leg? Oh, Anderson?
Yeah,
Silva?
he snapped it on Weidman's leg.
Oh yeah. Damn.
And then Weidman snapped it
Snapped
on
it on-
Uriah Hall's leg.
That's wow. But so that was a while ago.
Yeah, but
But he
still.
hasn't been the same since.
Was Anderson ever the same?
Hell no. Oh, you make me cry.
And Eric Anders is a beast. Like, he's just a tough,
How do you see this ending? Decision?
probably, but hard fought decision.
Hard fought
because
decision?
Eric Anders is hard to get out.
Okay.
So
Everyone's favorite Bo Nickal is back.
this is a crazy one. Paul Craig.
Yo,
versus
them
Bo Nickal.
odds is wild. Yo, minus 1,000.
Yeah.
Minus 1,000. Okay. What do you got for Bo Nickal versus Paul Craig?
You know what's crazy?
What?
I feel like Paul Craig could land like a surprise armbar on Bo Nickal.
Interesting.
Because he's got very good arm bars.
Technical on the ground.
But specifically, like if he's on bottom, he'll throw up like an arm bar or triangle. Boom, done.
Quick.
Quick. You don't even notice till it's too late. Dead.
Like almost like I almost called him Chama, but that's not right. Who's the horse jockey? Oliveira.
Yeah.
The horse jockey.
The horse jockey. That's so funny.
He is a jockey though.
I know, but that's so funny. That's the horse jockey.
That's how I got back to Oliveira. He's fun. Woo! Oliveira's coming up.
He is. It's not on this card.
I know. Oh.
But I mean, obviously they want Bo Nickal to win.
Yeah.
Does he have better striking than Paul Craig? I don't really know. Because we haven't seen much striking from Bo Nickal. And Paul Craig has been in the UFC for a while. Now, obviously, Paul Craig doesn't have the wrestling
Yeah.
to deal with Bo Nickal. So that's where the biggest advantage is. Obviously, Bo Nickal's going to have a wrestling advantage over basically anybody.
Okay.
So, yeah. I mean, I think they really want Bo Nickal to win, but if Paul Craig pulls out like a submission from the bottom, fire. Fire.
Okay. Let's go out and see the ladies fight.
Oh, Oliveira's on this card.
Yeah, I thought he was.
Yeah.
Okay. I got excited.
Yeah.
He broke my heart for a second. I'm like, I swear I saw a promo where he was fighting, and it's Chandler too. But wait, you skipped past the ladies.
Yeah, but we're talking about good fights.
Do you know either of these ladies?
I know Araujo.
Araujo. Brazil.
I haven't seen Karine Silva.
Not gonna lie, love the hair.
Same.
That's way to go. I just wanted to win off the hair alone.
Might be braided though. Who knows?
I hope so.
I hope so.
Damn, bro.
Are you gonna have your hair braided for the fight?
I hope so. So you don't know enough about him?
No.
Fair enough. Sorry, ladies, but I hope you have a great fight. Cat fight. You didn't watch Seinfeld, so you don't. Okay. Dubrox! My guy's back, but what a fight this is going to be for him. Oh, my goodness. As my friend Dante likes to say. Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my goodness.
Chandler's been inactive, though.
Chandler has
waiting
been
for
inactive.
friggin' McGregor and that payday.
Mm-hmm.
Poor old Chandler.
I will say, though, he has been training for McGregor.
Of course. And he's looking cut.
Yeah, but
Like he's looking
cut doesn't mean you're good at fighting.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I feel like he doesn't have to really worry about cutting, is what I'm saying. Like he looks.
I don't think he has to worry about weight cutting.
Is it ever really an issue for him? Isn't he pretty good at cutting?
Bruh.
He looks like he's in the zone.
No.
No?
All these guys have to worry about weight cutting.
Okay. I'm not saying he doesn't have to weight cut. I'm just saying I don't think it'll be.
It's hard.
I'm not saying that either. You're making it seem. Look, okay. I know it's difficult. I'm just saying I feel like he's prepped for this camp.
No, because he looks jacked. Being jacked is bad because all your muscles have the
muscles
water.
are water, yeah. I'm gonna edit that out. Just joking.
I will say this. I said this the first time and I'm saying it again.
Okay.
Charles Oliveira has the cleaner striking, which will lead to the knockout just like it did the first time.
I'm happy with that. Absolutely.
Michael Chandler throws looping strikes.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, they have a lot of power. But Charles Oliveira's straight down
Who's
the
more
middle.
looping, Chandler or DDP?
I don't even know what
DDP's
DDP's
what the fuck is that?
DDP's got some next, like,
I miss seeing Oliveira in there, man.
it hasn't even been that long.
Look, I need to do Bronx fix. It's been at least half a year.
Yeah, he was at 300.
Yeah. Was that the last one?
Yeah.
I guess so, yeah.
And I picked that fight too.
Do you think he gets a title fight if he wins this one?
Well, you want him to fight Makhachev again?
It wasn't. He didn't get dusted.
What do you mean he didn't get dusted?
It took 2 rounds.
Dog.
It took 2 rounds.
And he got dusted in both rounds. What do you mean?
It took 2 rounds. Please don't kill this memory for me. He did good. He did good.
He didn't do good at all. What do you mean?
Do Bronx. No.
He got dropped
I know.
straight into an arm triangle.
Rag off. I mean, but still, he has to. Who else is gonna fight him?
Well, did you see the rumors?
That he's gonna
Fight Arman Sarukian. That
Okay.
should be a good fight
That would be
again.
a great fight.
Yeah. Remember I showed you the first one? You're like,
that would be a
dang.
great fight. That would be good. But Sarukian's last fight, how do you feel based off that last performance?
Oh, where he beat Charles Oliveira?
Wasn't it close though?
It was close, but
Yeah.
he beat him.
If he was close in a match with someone that got dusted by Makhachev, what does that say?
He's going to get dusted by Makhachev. I already know this.
I just want him to fight. I just want him to fight. All right, fair enough. Okay, we got to end this.
Yeah.
Who
I'm
do you
going
got?
Charles Oliveira again.
Okay. Decision or knockout? Knockout, you said.
Yeah. Because his striker's is cleaner.
What round do you think? Roughly, just guess.
2.
2? Woo! All right, which brings us. It's Jon Jones versus Stipe Miocic. Yeah. I mean, it's hard to go against Jones on this.
Yeah.
It doesn't even make sense to do that.
Yeah.
Stipe's been so inactive that I don't know. I know he's high level, this and that, brother. Brother, he's high level, brother.
He's the highest level.
But what the hell does inactivity for how many years?
Since Francis.
3 years, bro?
At least 2020, 2021. 3-4 years.
What?
Yeah.
And you're going up against Jones?
But once again, he was training for Jones.
He was training for 3
I know.
years.
But look, Jon Jones has also been inactive. He fought Serial Gone.
He's been he's holding a belt.
Yeah, off Serial.
Fair. And he dusted him.
He got crushed. He got
and
folded.
he's been inactive since, yeah?
Yes. And they were supposed to fight. And Jon Jones sustained an injury.
Man, this division is in shambles.
So he didn't get to train because he had to rehab the injury.
This division is a complete nightmare, bro.
Yeah.
I mean, still, how do you go against Jones?
You don't.
How do you see it happening? He gets knocked out?
No. Jones is not knocking him out.
No?
No.
Submitted?
Yes. This is the easiest path to victory for him. He's going to try and do what he did to Cyril Gane. That's the best thing that he could do.
Do you see it going past 3 rounds?
No.
Damn.
If it does, I mean, good on Stipe. But I just don't see it because people, I feel like, underestimate how lethal. I mean, like, maybe they don't, but Jon Jones is lethal.
There's enough glazers.
I know. But
It's hard to underestimate.
He is deadly.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the... I'm turning it to Dana White. You put 2 guys in a room. Jon Jones is coming out every time.
Every time.
But it's true. Like, Jon Jones is mean. Like, he's actually just like a mean person in the cage.
Yeah.
And what he did to Cyril, just like he went in and just...
He mauled him. He mauled him.
Yes.
Yeah. I may look like a crackhead, but I've never been a crackhead like you, though.
Yeah.
Salutes to DC.
And he still lost.
Oh, I want to see DC fight Derek Lewis. I want to see him break retirement to fight
did.
Derek. No. Derek Lewis is calling him out now.
I know, but they fought.
He's calling him out now. He wants to fight him now. Which is hilarious because he's retired and doing commentary.
Yeah.
I want to see him break retirement to fight Derek.
He'd probably beat Derek Lewis.
I know. Oh man. Okay.
I like Derek Lewis, but
yeah, that's our thoughts on UFC 309. I hope you guys enjoy the fights. That'll do it for this week's episode of the podcast. Before we get out of here, let's salute Dante, who won't be here next week. He's off doing some other grand adventures, flying back to the States. Yeah, boy. Safe travels.
Thank you.
Looking forward to seeing you back with some stories. I won't tell people what community you're going to.
Oh yeah.
You didn't. Thank you. It took a second. You lucky I got love and respect for you, dog. No, but you're going out to do some really fun and exciting stuff.
Yeah.
So salutes to you, bro.
Should be fun.
You got any final words for this episode? Oh my God. Where can the people find you, bro?
You can find me online at Shay Dante, CHE's@DANTE. Follow your boy.
Hey, and I'm AKA Black Zeus on all that good stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, we have now launched Black Zeus the show. So if you have not watched already, go and check that out on the channel. If you would like to support and help us to get to new destinations, show you what comedy's like all over the world, you can go sign up for our Patreon. That's AKA Black Zeus on Patreon and help us that way. The full episode is available now on Patreon. Part 2 will drop in... So we're going to do bi-weekly on YouTube. So episode 1A just dropped. So 1B won't be next week. It'll be the week after. All right. Hope you guys enjoy Black Zeus the show, Black Zeus the podcast. Hope you enjoy all the comedy interviews. Hope you enjoy all the comedy clips. Hope you enjoy comedy. Come support us wherever we go. And if you can't support us because we're not in your area yet, then go support live comedy wherever you are. Because the next dopest comedian is right in your neighborhood and you don't even know.
Yeah, but they can't be in top 10 because no one knows who they are.
I hate you. You already got your last word, you piece of garbage. Ladies and gentlemen, this has been Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5, episode 41. We will see you here next week. Peace, peace.
This is Black Zeus, the podcast, season 5.
I love y'all. Thank you for supporting. Once again, the Patreon is launched. If you do want to watch my comedy special right now, you can do so. It's only $10 and you can get it as part of the subscription fee. So like if you subscribe to the Patreon, you can get it that way, or you can just buy it outright for $10 that way. Once again, for transparency, I will release the comedy special for free on the YouTube once we hit 1,000 subscribers. So you can also just hit the subscriber button and just do that. You can support that way, whichever way you want to support. I'm on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all that. I don't necessarily use it the way everybody else does, but I'm there if you want to find me. AKA Black Zeus is the person to find on those platforms.